Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Grow Your Future short video. Today, we're going to be talking a little bit about making the most of your summer. So, to make a start, why your summer matters. It's a really important time to relax and recharge. You potentially have had a really busy academic year, so it is important to spend some time with your family and friends, and make sure that you recuperate a little bit. It's also a great time to gain some valuable experiences and build your CV. So what that looks like from individual to individual will really vary, but we're going to talk about some of the options that you could explore today. It's a great time to explore some of the things you're passionate about, and make sure that you're really set up for the next year so that you can come back feeling refreshed, and ready to go. So some of the opportunities that you could explore are listed on this slide. So including internships, volunteering, summer jobs, travel, and online learning. These are the things that we're going to have a little bit of a chat through today, starting with summer internships. So summer internships could be paid, unpaid, or virtual, and what you choose to do or not to do will be really variant on what you're hoping to do career-wise. It might be really important for you to have a summer internship, or it might be important to look at other options as well. We've put on the slide for you some suggestions on places to look for summer internships. This is not an exhaustive list, but is a good place to start. If you are looking for virtual internships, I would also suggest going back to our previous YouTube video on summer virtual internships. That will give you some more detail on where to find opportunities that are online. But summer internships will really vary in terms of applying for them on what time of year you're looking. So you'll find that a lot of the bigger companies advertise their internships at the start of the academic year and might have a bit of a longer recruitment process. Some of the smaller companies will advertise right up until the summer holidays. And you may decide that you don't want to undertake a 4, 6, 12-week summer internship and you actually just want to gain some work experience. So it might be that you reach out to a company or look at insight days, insight experiences that allow you to develop a bit of an understanding of what it's like to work for that company, but on a shorter commitment than a longer summer internship with some of the other companies that offer those. So it really depends on what you're kind of looking for, and I'd suggest to definitely come and have a chat with the team if you want to discuss that a little bit further. The next suggestion for your summer is to look at volunteering. Now, this could be just a couple of hours a week in your local community. It could be national, it could be online, or it could be even looking at opportunities abroad. There's lots of different options available, and again, that will depend on the sort of commitment that you want to give and what you're looking to achieve or are passionate about. Good place to start is the volunteering ask pages, so definitely check those out. And Prospects is also got some really useful information on there as well. Volunteering makes a huge difference, not just to yourself, but also to people in the community. And you can really explore things that you're passionate about. So a great chance over the summer to use some of that time for a really worthwhile cause. The next thing is summer jobs. So you might choose to work over the summer, whether that's to fund some travelling, or maybe fund university when you come back for the next term. But part-time jobs in retail, hospitality, admin are really popular with students over the summer. A great way to develop your employability skills and develop your confidence. And often students underestimate the skills that you do develop through part-time work. And actually, when you're applying for graduate jobs, being able to talk about some of the situations that you might have experienced whilst working in customer service, or in bars and pubs and in shops, etc., can be really valuable for showing your skill set. Also a great way of just developing confidence in new situations and meeting new people. Summer jobs, I suggest looking on places like Indeed, and reaching out to people that you know in your local community, making sure your CV is up to date, and giving that to anybody who might have any job openings available. The next thing is travel. So traveling is also a great way of spending your summer. You can meet new people, experience new cultures that you maybe haven't had the opportunity to experience before. And again, similarly with part-time work, build your confidence in new situations. It's also important to relax and recharge, as we said at the beginning. Traveling is a great way of doing that. But it's also a great way of actually developing employability skills that you maybe hadn't realised you developed through traveling. So if you're planning a trip, whether that's a week long or for 4 weeks, that takes a lot of organisation. It takes a lot of problem solving whilst you're also on that trip if plans change or things go wrong, and that communication is there throughout with whatever you do, traveling wise. So another great way of developing your skills and adding to your CV. And then finally, online learning. So online learning, really flexible. You can do it anytime, anywhere, and add it to your CV. One of the ways that you can do online learning is through LinkedIn Learning, and every university student at Lancaster has access to LinkedIn Learning through Lancaster University, and thousands and thousands of different courses on there, in things like developing your coding skills, Excel, marketing, personal branding, so many different things. The list is endless. And you can add these to your profile with the certificates as well. So LinkedIn Learning is a good place to start if you're wanting to do some short courses over the summer. Some other ideas include Forage, Springpod, and Bright Network. But again, this list is not exhaustive. And if you want to have a little chat about more places that you can find online learning resources, definitely get in touch with the team. So a bit of a quick overview there of some of the things that you can do to make the most of your summer. Like I said at the start, it really depends on you and your situation, and what you choose to do will really vary from person to person. The most important thing is to do things that make you happy, that allow you to develop your skills, and also explore things that you're passionate about. If you want to talk about any of the things we've discussed today in this video, you can contact Careers and Growing Future through the normal means, and there's some information on how to do so below on the slide. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you found that useful, and speak to you soon. Bye.